I said ayo. I said ayo. I said ayo. One man army against 50, bro. I stand on business. Time out. Time out. Time out.
Used to be scared of thrillers.
In other words,
The Cowboys haven't beat a team above 500. They beat a team right at 500.
But no, it's hard. It's hard because then they won't even play in the conference championship.
Hey, forget all that. This whole year, and it ain't about fantasy, it's about the facts.
No, that's not the thing. That is not the thing. We never.
We just went viral for the wrong reasons again.
Do you realize it all comes back to fraud?
You was trying to see how we feel about that situation? Nah, and Blake Hall.
I said ayo.
Yo.
Don DeMarco, man. Hey, man, say, man, it's March. We here. We here.
Yeah.
Folks at Phonem here, man. First weekend of the tournament, March Madness tournament, college basketball tournament is underway, man. Women's and men's is cooking up.
Yeah,
For sure.
For sure. Split that double.
With the double team, Miss Daniels.
Stop playing with them. But yeah, man. Let's get into it, man. We first weekend's commenced. We got the round of 64, round of 32. It's been a rather what's the word? It's been a rather I guess like straightforward if we talk about for the men's tournament. All the top 4 seeds went undefeated this weekend.
Crazy.
No major upsets like we've seen in the past couple past couple tournaments. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, you had your little intermediate upsets, but nothing major is going on. So let's just start there. We see how NIL has played out in college football. Is the lack of Cinderellas and upsets in the March Madness tournament due to NIL, or is the top schools stocking up on talent, or this is how it's supposed to be?
I'm gonna be honest. I feel a little bit of both. This is how it should be, but I feel like this year better than last year so far. If I'm being honest, I'm way more tapped in this year than I was last year. Last year was kind of snooze fest. This year, This year you got some teams. You can't sit here and if I told you put half your life savings right now on who's gonna win this tournament, how comfortable do you feel?
I'd have an answer.
Would you feel comfortable with it though to actually put that down? Like last year with UConn? Last 2 years with UConn.
I think the real question is how much is in the life savings. But I do think the transfer portal combination with the NIL has changed the idea of championship method or mode, because it's gonna start looking like the women's tournament. Now, there ain't nothing wrong with the women's tournament. It's just that there's no 12 seeds beating no 5 seeds, bro.
No.
There's no you don't have no 13s beating no 4s, bro. You don't have that in the women's tournament because they play how they supposed to play, and then the best team usually wins. Like, I want to say the biggest upset of the weekend was probably McNeese over Clemson.
Hold on, it was something else.
And I'm gonna be quite frankly honest. It's starting to reveal that the second half of these games are starting to show who's just the better team. Because to be honest, Clemson shot like trash in the first half. They got clamped up, but then they made a comeback and they lost by 2.
Yeah.
That game, they're pulling that game away. So shout out to McNeese for what they did, but we might not see no more upsets on the regular the further we go into this NIL, because why would you play for what you do in university if Duke is offering you $1 million, or if if Kansas is offering you 500,000 or USC is offering you 250 plus the sponsorships before you even go to the league and you 18 years old. I'm just not. I'm not even taking that chance, regardless if I'm starting or not. So I don't know.
Yeah, and that's like I agree because I mean it's been a huge like from the top dog teams. It has been a larger disparity between the top and the next best this year than it has been in previous years, like you say, because NIL teams are able to stack up on talent now because these big schools can play each other. I mean, these big schools can pay multiple players and things of that nature. So it's crazy to see. I didn't know that.
Your your mic,
Oh,
your mic.
Yo.
Yep.
No.
there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was saying it's crazy to see. I forgot about. I mean, we talked a lot about NIL with college football, but the NIL kind of did. I'm not gonna lie, blindsided me. Within the tournament this year, I just forgot about it.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, do y'all think? Okay, like NIL aside, but like the actual excitement of the tournament, is it still there? Like without the Cinderella stories, is it still good ball going on? Or because the whole point about March Madness is the Cinderellas. It's like you have a 15 seed that can go and take down a top 10 school in the nation. But when it's not happening, does that take away from the excitement of the tournament, or like it's just good ball going on?
No and yes, that just makes for a good story because that round of 32, bro, we had some good games, like some good basketball game played. No matter if a Cinderella was in there or not, that's what we want to see. We just want to see boys go out there and compete, not just we just keep it at that.
Yeah, I think they just got to change the narrative on who's the who's the story is about. Like, for example, if you emphasize the rivalries coming back, you talking about you take advantage of the Patino Calipari matchup that they both at different schools. Like that was a very good game. You talk about a rematch of UConn.
Florida.
I don't think they. I don't. I think Walter Clayton lost to UConn.
Yeah, he was.
I don't know.
Yeah, Iona. Yeah,
You take advantage of like you find stories like you do when you do with the professional leagues with the way that you create all these specific stats for Bronny James and Patrick Mahomes to be in leagues of their own and stuff like that. You do this for this tournament and nobody's gonna lose any love for this. Like you come up with narratives before the game start, like bro, we're gonna be right here because seeing the things that I've seen, also with the hype coming in of the SEC teams being the most dominant, Cooper Flag returning from injury, like you're picking a side before the tournament starts. So although there might not be Cinderellas, you have somebody in your mind that you thought was going to win the tournament for real. And instead of filling out a bracket for upsets, you're not filling out a bracket based on who's the best team. So they can still, I feel like they can still take the momentum from the NIL into a good thing. They just can't. Like we got like the Cinderella. Like let's not focus on the Cinderella if they ain't make it to the Sweet 16 for real.
yeah, yeah, and yeah. I think the lowest seed we have in the Sweet 16 is
Arkansas.
Arkansas 10.
Arkansas at 10. And I mean, that's not even, like you said, that's Coach Calipari. We talking a top 5 coach all time. So,
Yeah.
that ain't too crazy. But yeah, I
Wait,
think
hold on.
the storylines are popping. Like I said, like I mentioned, I was like that Arkansas and St. John's matchup had potential with the two head coaches, Patino and
Mhm.
Calipari.
Hey,
And quite frankly, we was talking about conferences last week, and I think conferences showed up. Yes,
hey,
St. John's is a 2 seed because they was dominating the Big East, which has
hey.
two good teams. But you went up against an Arkansas team who played in the SEC all tournament and got them boys up out of it.
Right,
You saw the difference between the SEC and the Big East at this
r-
moment in the tournament.
right quick. You just said something. You just kept going, and I'm not gonna let it slide. Do you just call him a top 5 coach of all time?
Calipari, Calipari's a
Yeah,
stretch. Calipari's
no, he's like,
he's a top 5 recruiter though. Top 5 recruiter
oh, hands down, definitely when you was able to spend that money before anybody else was.
for sure.
Well,
Yeah, but
no man.
yeah, because first off, he should be
No,
expelled. He should be expelled from college basketball because ever since he had 10 he had the whole All American game commit to Kentucky. They should have just ended the program then. But
they be rubbing their hands together.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but that top 5 coach all time was
Nah,
wicked.
he's a top 5
Wicked.
recruiter. Nah,
What you
Coach,
got to say about the SEC though, Eric?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Again, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. All right, shut up and listen. This is what I'm saying. Y'all don't
He
listen.
emotional. He
Are
emotional.
you here so
Listen.
you won't get
He
fined?
emotional.
All right, listen. Y'all don't listen. Y'all just talk.
Did you
Because
take
what
a
did I
note from the
say?
national anthem?
Okay, person, stop. Because what did I say? I said the SEC cannot be called the top dogs until they win a ship, and I'm sticking by it. Until you win a championship, it is nothing.
Well,
And that's facts for every single sport. Preston, what's the greatest basketball team in the NBA all time? The greatest year. What basketball team?
greatest year or greatest team? Franchise.
Greatest year. Well, who had the greatest year all time in NBA history?
96 Bulls.
Why don't we say the Warriors?
They didn't win a championship.
So they could do all this. I mean, I have Florida against Duke in my championship. I have Duke winning.
Didn't you have?
Nah, how many brackets y'all got? Cause y'all.
Yeah, I got more than one bracket, Preston.
Who is it's March? Is that either one of y'all?
Nah, I don't know who that is. I thought it was one of y'all. I know who Booker St. John's is, though. I'll tell you that. I know who that is. But nah. But all jokes aside, I'm saying like if they win a championship, then I'm okay saying that. But until you win a championship, bro, I'm not saying they run in basketball, bro. You can't run nothing if you ain't got that ship. And I'm sticking by that. If Duke end up winning, I can't. It was a great year in the regular season and a great thing to say they had the most teams in the tournament. In 5 years, we're not going to give a damn. It's who won a ship.
Yeah, there we go. Let them.
That's what it is.
Let them cook.
And that's my whole argument this whole time. Win a ship, and then I can respect it. Until you win a ship, I can't respect it.
Yeah. They had 14 teams make the tournament. 7 of them are going to be in the Sweet 16. That's almost half the bracket remaining is from the SEC. So they have a very good chance at winning that tournament, quite frankly. I mean, at hoisting that trophy, quite frankly. However, Duke looked like the best team in the tournament right now. I ain't even going to lie to you.
I want to say yes, but have they had a challenge?
They're 1 seed, so I mean they're playing a 16 seed and a 9 seed. But I mean, they absolutely dominated. As for you go on the other side, Auburn kind of struggled with Creighton. Creighton's a good basketball squad though, but Auburn they had to pull away a little late. They couldn't get comfortable. Houston only beat Gonzaga by 5, and Florida beat UConn by 2. This is round of 32. Meanwhile, Duke, won by 20 or 17. No, they won by 23. And got an average margin of victory of almost 30 points. So they they've looked like the best team in the country even prior to the tournament.
Yes.
Throughout the ACC tournament, without their best player, still made it to the championship. Did they win the ACC championship? I can't remember.
Yeah, they did.
And they still won it without their best player, hence the NIL you were speaking on earlier. And the last couple months of basketball. So Duke does look very scary right now. I'm not going to lie to you, but they got to see somebody on Friday. Somebody they're very familiar with.
Yeah.
But maybe the head coach.
Thursday.
The head coach familiar with him. Them players don't know him.
Yeah, well, and that's the only thing. Like, I agree with them being the best team because they look the cleanest.
It's no flaw.
They don't have the best player, and Caleb Love after the game that he just had the other day, and knowing the game that he had, that's arguably the greatest Carolina game in history. They might come back to the crib.
Yeah, it's not ridiculous to say that, but we have some good matchups from here on out. Um, I think that I do think Duke. I mean, like I said, Duke looks very complete. But like you said, though, it's March, so you can have a player
Mm-hmm.
because when Caleb Love had that game, Duke was very well the better team that year. We were at 8 seed.
Mm-hmm.
You Tar
Yeah.
Heels were 8 seed, and Caleb Love went out there, had the game of his life, put Duke up out of there, got Coach K up out of there.
Yeah.
See
Very
ya.
monumental moment. Very
No,
monumental moment.
that's a top 5 coach.
But very well, yeah. But so players can have moments. But I do think Duke probably is the hottest thing in the tournament. What do y'all say is like y'all biggest surprise in the tournament, or bigger standouts after the first weekend? Should I say
Like teams,
teams, players, coaches, schools, countries,
um,
enrollment, GPAs?
I
Um,
I'm not gonna lie. My bracket looks trash this year. I was banking on like the previous years where he had a lot of upsets, and
same.
I messed up a lot, man. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Mizzou was legit. Drake put them boys up out of there, man.
I had Drake in Sweet 16 in one of my
I had
brackets.
McNeese in the Sweet 16.
You had
I
who?
did.
McNeese.
I had Drake.
That boy, Aura Farmer.
Nah, believe me, I don't believe in that. I rebuke that. This is the first year I've seen Purdue show up like they have, or am I tripping?
Nah, very well. I thought they was gonna get up out of there. I was watching. Who did they play? High Point.
Oh, you
Yeah.
talking about first round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
High Point very well could have won the game, but it's
Yeah,
just
for
like
sure.
when you're an underdog, you gotta execute to
You got to make your threes.
You gotta execute close to perfection than your opponent. High Point had a good chance to beat Purdue, but yeah, it's the first time they executed, man, and now they're in the Sweet 16. Clemson and McNeese, like you said, that Clemson second half comeback was crazy. I think
Crazy.
they finished the first half with like 13 points.
Yeah. They
You
were
want
strap down. Get on the ground, LA SWAT.
But it's like, even though Clemson, I saw some Clemson has had like, yeah, they're a 5 seed and they're from a Power Four conference, but they had the easiest schedule out of the Power Four teams that made the tournament or something like that. So when I see a team like McNeese upset them, it doesn't surprise me. Gonzaga put BTA to Georgia.
who did New Mexico beat? Marquette.
Yeah, that's close to
Colorado State beat Memphis.
Yeah.
that game winner
But-
was very exciting to see.
You said what was?
Dairy Queen?
Yeah.
Dairy Queen.
I want to say that's the only one of the tournament so far.
This fat ass.
Nah, that don't work over here. That don't work.
It still work. No. It still work. What did he say? Preston. He said, "Bro, y'all never ate a barbecue sandwich from Dairy Queen when your mom picked you up after school."
Nah.
Let him cook.
Oh, he want to talk about fathers.
You want to talk about fathers for sure.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all gonna say because I'm a fan. Y'all know who I like in basketball. Michigan looking good with 2 7-footers down there.
So they play Auburn next?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see just how good they look.
Yeah, that's a matchup for sure.
That is.
Auburn got 2 7-footers too.
They 7 feet, 44, and yeah, they're like 6'9", 6'11".
Like 6? No, I'm just playing. They bro is like 6'10". I know Boone. What's his name? I keep getting his name. He's 6'10", and I think other buddy's 6'11". So
And then the leading scorer for Michigan. Y'all know who he played for, right?
you said who?
The leading scorer for Michigan, the big number 50.
Who does he play for?
Y'all know who he played for, right?
Oh,
No.
FIU. When they made it to a Final Four, they got 3 players from that team in the Final Fours, all on different teams.
Who's the other two teams?
The other 2 teams, I want to say one plays for Florida. I know that for a fact. One of them played for Florida, and the other one, I want to say Iowa State. No, my bad. Iowa State lost. It's Florida and I can't think of the third team. I'll be lying to you.
Another one from Florida ain't no Walter Clayton Jr.
I think he's. Let me go look at their roster.
talking about
That's the best player in the draft.
in the draft.
Yes.
Okay.
You heard what I said.
I thought you said tournament. You don't upgrade to draft.
We've been past that. I decided on that 21 minutes ago. So now I'm ready to have another conversation.
Walter Clayton. Nah. Yeah.
What?
It's like
What?
First off, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not the best player in the draft.
50% from three.
If you're
shooting like Steph.
unfortunately, you're not the best player in the draft almost ever when you're a senior in college.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, he can be the best player, but NBA draft is about potential.
Yes.
So
100%.
he be the best player today. It makes sense. He's a senior. He's about 22, 20, however.
Seniors these days 25.
But it's not ridiculous to say that. He has very good numbers. I'm looking at him. He had a year he shot 95% from the free throw.
50% from three in the tournament.
Yeah.
Steph Curry.
Fire.
6'3", 195. It's not ridiculous to say that.
Steph Curry.
Nah, cut it out, bro. You're talking blasphemy, man. You're talking crazy.
He's not. He's not as exciting. He's not as good as Steph Curry was. But I'm just saying, bro. He's an NBA guard right now.
FAU, not FIU, and it's number 15 for Florida. That's who came from FAU.
You saying he about to have a Curry Davidson run?
I mean, not really, because you know what I'm saying. Florida is like
number one
picked in most of the brackets, but like if he doesn't play good for the rest of this tournament, they won't win. Like,
yeah,
whether he starts slow or he's consistent throughout the game, like they give the ball to him when it counts the most. So,
is he even gonna be the best player in the Sweet 16 matchup? His Sweet 16 matchup?
Why would he not? Are you saying Derek McQueen is better than him?
Derek Queen just called game.
Yeah, right.
Hey, he's a freshman. A freshman.
I
promise. Freshman. And he what are we talking about?
I promise you, I'm sleeping.
How much? He had a bad game too. He had 17.
16 and 9.
16.
On the
season. That's what he averages.
Yeah.
Yeah, I promise I'm sleeping.
I told you, bro. NBA draft is about potential, man. They see a 6'10" freshman putting up 69, calling game.
Unfortunately, the senior from Florida, he's like a late first round, second round pick. Because first you got to count the foreigners. So that's already 6 spots right there.
Nah, Walter.
And then you got your Cooper Flag and all them.
If Walter Clayton doesn't get drafted in the first round, it'll be because he got caught with drugs.
Who you think getting drafted first, him or VJ?
Edgecombe.
From
Baylor.
Is it Baylor or Oregon?
Baylor.
I ain't gonna lie, I watched that Baylor game. I don't think it's getting out of hand. I don't think that's getting out of hand like that.
VJ. Well, again, it's like, bro, VJ's a freshman, so I mean, draft value, they're probably gonna go with the younger guy. That's just how the game go. But Walter is definitely cold. Like what he was doing as mid-major, he's doing the same thing for the number one team in the country, on a grander scale. So, like I said, he got a big matchup this week. Derek, however you pronounce his name, We'll see how that matchup plays out. I think that Kentucky and Tennessee would be a rematch at this point.
Yeah, this be the third time.
Yeah, did Tennessee sweep?
Mm,
Oh,
No. Kentucky swept. Kentucky swept Tennessee.
yeah.
you know what time that is?
So what?
Volunteers.
So what that means? Third time's a charm.
Yeah, gotta be.
Want to be a team 3 times.
Unless you're Duke and you're Tar Heels.
Well, I mean, this is Carolina. This has to be like Carolina's like top 5 worst years ever.
Nah, in NIT.
Nah. This shouldn't. This doesn't even count. Like this tournament appearance actually doesn't count. Nobody agreed with that.
But we all picked them to go far in the tournament.
Because
we're fans.
Yeah, that's all that is. Believe me, I had a bracket just for that.
That's the I got that one out quick. I got that quickly out the way.
Bro, it destroyed. It is like, bro, that was the first one to go to the bottom of the group, bro.
I'll tell you this: I was only allowed to put one bracket in at work. I did not have us going far because I had to put money on it. So that's different.
Bro, disgusting, bro.
BYU in the Sweet 16, they got a tough matchup with Alabama. They probably the fastest paced team in the tournament, but that's good for them considering they got the #1 prospect coming in next year.
Yeah. That's very tough. I didn't know they was like that, bro. I wasn't understanding that BYU.
But I mean,
No cap.
What they're in? Oh, they in the Big 12. My fault.
The Big 12 is here. Houston, Arizona, BYU.
Big 12 got what, 4 schools? I think Big 10 got 4 schools too. ACC got 1.
And they won it twice before. Haha, nice try. Because when you asked me who's better, what did I say? Big East, Big 12. Then I said ACC. That's nice. Big 12 still rocking again, but it doesn't matter. Who wins the championship?
No. You said Big East. You said Big East is running it.
Big 12.
They got back-to-back champions.
Yeah, and before then it was Big 12. They
don't have no teams that made it out of the first weekend.
Yeah, congratulations. Somebody else can win now. The fuck? The whole argument was SEC. Was that not the argument, or y'all forgot that quick?
Yeah.
I cleared that up.
So what he's saying is, you Glow, he was just saying what he was saying, just to have a point against the SEC. He ain't mean what he's saying.
Bro, the SEC put them out. The SEC put out their best team. What are we talking about? We talking about the 10 seed, a team that barely made the tournament. That's what we talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Auburn. My bad. You talking about St.
No, I'm saying
who you talking about?
Put out the Big East best team. The Big East best team got put out by
Florida.
Arkansas.
No, he talking about
St. John's.
Yeah,
St. John's.
Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I've been watching some games, and I'll say this: I don't know how they select the referees, but I see everybody got their own taste of how they like to call games. I've been seeing some games where they ain't called squat. I'm like, bro, they're wrestling out there, bro. They're really wrestling. And then some of them, I'm like, bro, there's like nobody was like, who you calling the foul on?
Was it
Spirit? Like, bro, nobody's out there getting touched. So
was it the Auburn
I ain't
game?
lie. They might have to change how they do that, huh?
Was it the Auburn game when they was already in double bonus by like 5 minutes left? 4? It was one of them games. They kept calling foul. I said, bro, you gotta let it play.
Bonuses, bro. That's one thing I have not been a fan of. The refereeing this year.
You said college basketball needs to get rid of the double bonus?
I ain't saying that's a problem. I'm saying, well, I think the bonus in the NBA is the same thing as the double bonus in the NCAA, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, NBA, there's no 1-on-1.
Yeah, no. So I think that's pretty dope. It's just like, bro, they were in the double bonus before like regulation was starting to stop the clock. Like, I'm like, dang, you still running clock. They in the double bonus already. Trash.
Yeah.
Shout out to the refs though. You know what I mean? Like,
but it's a lot. But you got to think it's a lot of games that go on, especially in that first weekend. So it's a lot of refs. It's a lot of refs, man. Not all of them can be top notch, but as we
because I know what you're trying to say. Because if they this bad in the men's, bro, I was watching the girls the other day, bro. I swear they was all on the floor, bro. No whistle was called. No whistle was called, bro. It's getting egregious. We might have to have these. We have to have these separate weeks just for the integrity of the game, bro. Because they running out of refs. Or repeat. If you have a black and white shirt, if you work at Foot Locker, please tag
Work
to
at Foot Locker,
ESPN.
Go.
Please, they're terrible.
Yeah, bro. I was just saying, bro. As the games condense down, we can shave off some of them refs. Y'all got any huge upsets y'all see in the Sweet 16 moving forward?
I'm shit. What's the upset at this point? Let me go look. Arkansas, I guess by number.
I can see that Arkansas is happy.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, a big.
Texas Tech, they live by the 3, die by the 3, bro. They. I think the first round against Wilmington, they put up 40 or 53s in college basketball game. That's crazy, bro. And they got shout out Kerwin Walton, bro. Kenny Walton, what's his name? Kerwin Walton. He went over to Texas Tech and put up a 30 ball. Meanwhile,
I will say that'd be pretty dangerous going into that game because if the refs had nothing to do with the Arkansas St. John's game, Arkansas plays pretty scrappy. So, you can miss threes if you want to, and you'll be climbing your way back through the free throw line.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all feel like all the number 1 seeds are going to make it to the next round?
I think so. Duke, Auburn, Florida.
I think the biggest.
I would say Houston is the biggest question, but they playing Purdue.
They're playing Purdue, yeah. They're playing Purdue, bro. They're playing Purdue. I don't see Purdue winning no 1 seed.
Let me see. When was the last time all 4 1 seeds made it to the Final Four?
Has that ever happened?
2008. Kansas, Memphis, North Carolina, UCLA.
Good Lord.
Who won that year?
That was with Mario Chalmers, Derrick Rose, Bro, and Westbrook, right? That was that's a crazy Final Four. I think Kansas won because Mario Chalmers hit game over Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
The birth of Derrick Rose.
No cap.
Derrick Rose, yeah, he missed some free throws, and that's on him.
Some LeBron shit.
Y'all better put D Rose in the Hall of Fame, bro.
Oh, they would. Yeah.
I think the number 1 seed that's most likely to lose is probably Auburn. Hold on.
I was finna say that. It got to be Auburn, bro.
Yeah.
I think Auburn. Bro, dealing with 2 7-footers is kind of hard. It's hard. It's
Auburn,
difficult.
if anybody can do it, though, it's Auburn. Just because they tall don't mean that, because Auburn's front court is better than Michigan's. What?
But what's in Golden? Golden been balling. You know who been dude from Auburn? I said, bro, you don't look like you look when you played against us, against the Tar Heels. I said, you ain't hitting them threes, you ain't going crazy, you ain't scoring 30. What number is he? 4. Let me go look what his name is. The dude that wore the headband, they big.
Johnny Broome?
I feel like that's it.
For Auburn?
I feel like that's it.
Yeah, bro. So what? Golden is 7 foot. Broome is better than him.
What do you mean he's bigger than him?
Better than him.
Oh, my bad. I heard bigger than him. I said, what do you mean?
Johnny
No,
Broome.
not like that. Nah, not like that.
From the group chat to the
Not like that. Not like that.
John Broome leads the team in points, rebounds, and assists.
I mean, yeah, but that's in the regular season. When he do this,
Auburn has a NBA roster. Like they point guard, the guards is both 6'3", 6'5", wing is 6'7". Like
he done had some sorry games though.
Oh, Broome, he hasn't showed up in the tournament yet.
Yeah. Nah, he hasn't.
No, he has not. Like that's a fact.
Alabama State don't count. With all due respect.
He only had 14 that game. Well, I said only 14.
I think I saw the swag. I saw the they at the last 4 in they Alabama State hoop, but that don't count.
That's crazy because they black.
No, because they didn't have a big over like 6'8".
I thought he was better than that, man.
They were literally swarming Broom every time they got the ball. Every time he got the ball, because they were reaching up like third graders going to fifth grade recess.
Bro, Creighton, they stretch the floor, man. It's hard. He's a traditional forward, but we'll see, bro. Eric said Michigan boys bang. This is gonna be a real test. If they can get past this, I do agree that Auburn is most likely one seed to not make it. I do agree with that. However, that's my pick to win the tournament. So
he said he's gonna stand behind him.
So I mean, hey, but it's only because of matchups. I mean, like we said, Houston is playing Purdue. If Houston is playing anybody else, well, not really.
Cause who did Purdue beat last week? I mean, last game.
Gonzaga gave him a fight, but let's see. I don't think Houston. Actually, I don't think Houston makes it out of this weekend.
No, you seen how close it was last game?
No. Even if they do get to the next game, I don't see them beating Kentucky or Tennessee. But as far as the Sweet 16, I do agree that Auburn is the largest liability here. Duke and Bama. Elite 8 is gonna be elite, man. That's all I can say, man. Elite,
no cap,
very elite.
No cap.
Duke.
How y'all feel about Michigan State? We ain't say nothing about Michigan State. Thank you. I feel the same way, bro. It's like,
don't they play Ole Miss next?
Yeah, they play Ole Miss. I mean, shout out Coach Izzo.
The Ole Miss boys is shooting.
They said,
white boy shooting.
Tell me about it, bro.
Sean Padula.
Why are you going under on screens? I saw him call a game in the SEC tournament, but you going under on a screen in crunch time?
Yeah.
Hey man, it's a lot, bro. Also, another thing is you can definitely see the difference between NBA basketball and college basketball, man. It's a lot of technicalities that these college players don't execute on. With screens, passes, breaking zones. It's a lot. You can really see the difference. So like when people be trying to be funny and say, Florida could be the Hornets, it's like, nah. You being disrespectful, you know what I'm saying?
Even the Hornets right now, with everybody hurt, still maybe no.
They will
still no.
They will wipe the table with any of these teams. Let's see. But we can call around on that, man. We keep it pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Word on the street is Puka Nacua said he's trying to retire it by 30. He's trying to go to Luke Kuechly, Andrew Luck route. He's not really interested in playing football for the long haul. And like bro said here, split the double like Miss Daniels. The word on the town though, while we in this little in between mix, do y'all think that Juju Watkins is a bigger star than Jaden Daniels right now?
What is he?
No.
Don't we have something else? Bro?
I genuinely don't.
Like not even close, bro.
Nah, I ain't gonna say all that.
No, I'm gonna say
I'm
all
not
that.
Gonna say no.
And I'll tell you why it's not even close.
Nah.
Because respectfully, W.
Nah.
NCAA women's college basketball.
Don't even worry about it. We good.
No. Let me say it.
Women's
college basketball. I'll just stop. Women's college basketball, bro, is Caitlin Clark. You're sure. Women's college basketball is nowhere near the stardom of the NFL.
I done seen Juju on more commercials than Jaden Daniels.
They got the same amount of followers on Instagram, so it's not that far. It's not that far apart like you think. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, what's IG made for? It's not made for
that. But that's why it's not as far as you think. That's what I'm saying.
That's a part of being a star.
That's a part of being a star.
But when it comes to like the average American walk-in, they know. I bet you they know what Jaden
The average
Daniels is before they know
American.
what Juju.
I'm okay. All
No,
right. I don't want.
no.
I don't want to say this,
Yes.
but I'm
Bro,
gonna
I
say
see Juju on a State Farm commercial every commercial break.
Yeah, during the tournament, during basketball. Yes.
No, this is
nah.
no.
Now y'all
How many commercials
tripping.
you seen Jaden Daniels
Now
on?
y'all tripping. Now
I've
y'all
seen Juju.
tripping.
I've seen Juju in more commercials for sure.
I mean, I don't agree. I mean, I'm not my bad. I don't disagree, but like an NFL quarterback is more known than a college basketball
Okay, no.
player.
Okay. To your point. To your point. To your point. To your point.
Why are we so excited? What's up?
To your point.
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew more popular is a bigger star than Juju Watkins. To your point.
Gardner Minshew is not a star like Jaden Daniels.
No. That's not what you said. You said an NFL quarterback is
NFL
bigger
quarterback.
than Juju. So is Gardner Minshew
Not
a bigger
every
star
not every
than
single NFL quarterback. I mean, that's obvious. Not a Gardner, not a real backup. He's really just a
He
backup that
started
gets to
all
start.
last year. He started all last year.
He's really a backup that just got to start. We know his position is a backup. He came in the league as a backup. Jaden Daniels came in the league as a franchise quarterback. It's totally different.
Who do you think is bigger right now, Trevor Lawrence or Juju?
I didn't want to say Trevor.
Goldilocks. Goldilocks is Goldilocks, bro. Even he was big.
After the year he had. That's what I'm saying. After
I
the
mean,
year
he was
had.
hurt.
I didn't want to say Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is kind of a bad. I understand what you're saying, Preston, but he was even bigger in college than she is in college. Came in as a freshman, won the national championship.
Trevor Lawrence.
Go. Hold on, wait.
Will Levis.
Now Will Levis. Okay.
Will Levis a bigger star than Juju?
Oh, okay. Let's do this. Who's bigger? Just name off names, and we can do that.
God, this is to your
Nah.
point. That's not the point of
Because I'll say
about Jaden Daniels.
because I'm saying Jaden Daniels, but when you bring up Will Levis, I'll say probably Juju. No, not probably. I'll say Juju.
They both got Nike contracts.
Mm-hmm.
She got State Farm.
Fire.
Jaden Daniels got Powerade. She got Gatorade.
Bro, Juju Watkins is a star, bro.
I'm not. She is a star. Yeah. But you just asked who do I think is more like bigger pop, who's more known.
I mean,
You got Jaden Daniels. Oh, I'm gonna go off track. Jaden Daniels, his mama, then Juju.
Nah, cause here's my thing. Cause nah, split the double. Here's my thing.
Split the double.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
Women know Juju Watkins right now. And unless you're tapped into ball, women don't know Jaden Daniels just yet. Jaden Daniels is not Jalen Hurts yet. Respectfully.
Hold on. Jalen Hurts is Jalen. Never mind.
Jaden Daniels is not Jalen Hurts right now.
No, not at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like he has not hit no GQ. He has not. So if you're not aware of ball, you might not be aware of who Jaden Daniels is. You don't have to know basketball to know Juju right now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Now, NFL is bigger than women college basketball. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, bro, it's like neck and neck, bro. Like,
yeah, it's a lot closer than we think. Juju is like 5 years younger, however.
yeah.
Yeah. Because she's what, 19?
Shout out to splitting the double team for sure.
She's a sophomore in college.
I seen somewhere
in the NFL.
I seen them somewhere.
That was a legal way to split the double team.
Aren't they cousins? Aren't they cousins though? Ain't that family?
That's not what I heard.
I'm trying to save a man's career right now. Ain't they cousins though?
No, his mom's already saved his career. It ain't nothing for us to do.
Shout out to split the double. Bro, you think I put that for no reason? At first I was like, nah. But then it was like, wait. That man had 6 years of eligibility.
No cap. Jaden Daniels was a super senior. He was a super senior. So, but yeah, nah, that's crazy. I just thought it was an interesting conversation because they was acting like the conversation became like, because you know how it is, they feel like the women always want to leech off the star, but then they was like, nah, Juju actually bigger than him. So like, Which I'm chatting about, but nonetheless, does Jaden Daniel have a top receiver to throw to? Though?
A top 3?
Does he have?
Absolutely not.
Does Jaden Daniels have a top 10 receiver he throws to on a week to week basis?
I can make an argument.
Who would y'all feel like is the top 10 receivers in the NFL? Maybe we could, if we need to stretch to 15, we'd do that. But receivers are
Nah.
a little more in depth because it's two of them on the field, unlike quarterback. So, but who would y'all say is the like going into week 1 of this season? Week 1 of this season, the 2025 season, who is the top 10 receivers in the NFL?
Well, let's just get number 1 out the way. He just won a triple crown. Let's get him out the way. Nobody would disagree with Chase, and then we go Jefferson. So let's just knock out the 2 easy ones, the young guns.
That's fair. Chase, Jefferson.
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
Hold on. We need to do this.
Are we doing order or are we just naming?
Let's do this in order. Let's not just draw names.
We're doing this in order.
And you got AJ Brown at 3.
I'm not mad at it.
Going into this year,
I'm not mad at it. I'll back him up. I'll go along with it.
3 AJ Brown over 4 CD Lamb.
Oh, he's happy now.
I don't think some of the top dogs deserve to get dethroned yet. I don't think Tyreek Hill gets dethroned. I don't think Devontae Adams. I don't think they passed them. They just had good seasons like with.
But I think the biggest thing is also.
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
The biggest thing is going into. That was the biggest thing going into. So another year to put on Devontae Adams. I mean.
Oh, my fault. They in the chat going crazy. I ain't even peep. I'm out, y'all. Wait. Cooper Flack has a twin named Ace. My fault. WVS Jules. Bro, going crazy. My fault. John L at Arkansas now.
We know that.
Shout out Jules, man. Nah, carry on. Go ahead. Top 10.
If the number 1 and 2 are Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson,
Yeah.
it's clear we're going based off of last year alone.
Yeah.
Which means Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams aren't really much in this conversation.
Bro, did Tua play last season?
He did.
I'm not going not Tyreek Hill. Wait, how much?
Tyreek Hill is still going to be my top 10, but he's not top 5 in my top 10 right now.
Yeah, and what's your excuse for Devontae Adams? He was losing his freaking life, and then he got to go play with his favorite quarterback. Then what?
He was switching offenses. Bro, he went from a dysfunctional Raiders offense to a dysfunctional New York offense, like in the middle of the season.
That's what he wanted.
Hey, how y'all feel if I throw a name out there? Malik Neighbors.
No. See what I'm saying? You talk about me disrespecting, but you acting like I'm saying like.
But Tua played 9 games or 11 games last season.
How many games he need, bro? He top 10, right?
Very fair.
CD Lamb played with Cooper Rush most of the season.
But we talking Cooper Rush versus what? Who was the Miami backup? There's levels to the backup now. There's levels to it. Miami's backup was who? What's the brother name that came from Baltimore? Tyler Huntley?
No, you cannot be. That's who the backup was?
I think
so. All right, Tyreek Hill, number 1.
Let me see box score. Yeah, bro. Tyler Huntley was the quarterback in Miami, and he's throwing 87 yards in a game. Like,
all right, I can keep Hill in my top 5. I'm okay with. I won't fight against it because it's still Tyreek Hill.
I'm cool. I'm cool with. I agree. Chase 1, Jefferson 2.
AJ.
AJ not even the best in his division,
You
bro.
know what? How about this?
He's
Who
not
are
even
you
the
putting at
best
3?
in his division,
Who
man.
you putting at 3?
He's obviously putting Tariq Hill.
Bias aside, yeah, I put Tyreek Hill.
You know what? I can live with that.
Tyron Huntley was his backup. He's number 1 to me, but
I can live with Tariq Hill at number 3. I'm good with that. Number
at
4,
number
we going
4,
AJ now?
I think it's preference between AJ Brown and CeeDee Lamb.
I think CeeDee
Yeah.
Lamb is better than AJ Brown.
I feel like AJ Brown is better because he's on a run first team and then a quarterback sneak first team. He still
No,
eats.
CeeDee
no.
Lamb had more yards than him with a backup QB.
CeeDee Lamb played with Cooper Rush, and he was literally the only offensive player the Cowboys had.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
when we talking receivers, CD can do a lot more than AJ, in my opinion.
like,
Actually, I think it's a
Yeah.
trade-off. I think it's a trade-off because AJ Brown is a physical receiver. AJ Brown is better over the top than CD.
yeah.
But CD, intermediate, short, backfield.
I mean,
I'm
if
okay
y'all
with-
doing, I don't like to put rookies on there, but if y'all doing backups, one player starting QB was a backup, and then had to play with a backup.
He's not in this number. He's not in the 4 spot conversation.
No,
No, it's
I'm
up to
just
y'all,
saying.
bro. I put CD at 4. Y'all,
I'm good.
bro,
I'm good
one
with
said
AJ.
AJ and who said?
I'll put AJ.
AJ at 4, CD5.
I'm good with that. I like that.
Top 5, solidified.
Top
This
5.
back 5 is we're gonna have
A lot into this base.
friction in here. Yeah. Some furniture moving up there.
Let's get into it. Now we got the top 5. A 6.
All right.
We're
Brian
doing this
Thomas.
in order.
Brian Thomas.
Amon Ra.
I could rock with Amon. I can rock with Amon.
I live with that. I live with.
If we weren't doing this in order, I feel like it's a lot of names, but since we're doing this in order,
I live with Amon Ra at 6.
And he a touchdown machine. He hit double digits, if I believe, this year.
now
We'll see how that work. We'll see how that work without his offensive coordinator.
I want to
Yeah.
see what I want to see what he look like next year, but he produced going into this year.
Is this when we sneak in the old vet? Sneak him back in?
Ain't no sneak. He's here. Just say it.
Man.
We going Devontae Adams now?
No,
Nah, exactly.
no, get the freak out of here.
Which vet you talking about?
Devontae Adams is not top 10 going into next year, bro.
What
You shell, bro. He got Matt Stafford tossing him the rock.
Yeah,
And he get a
he's-
full off season.
I said going into bro. We're talking about based off of last year.
No, we talking about week 1.
Yeah, that is. He
I
did
mean,
say
we
that.
going based off of last year, then we could just pull up stats and say who's who. There ain't nothing to it.
That's true.
I said week 1, we lace them up.
Why do we put Justin Jefferson at 2? He had J.J. McCarthy throwing the ball to him.
He had Sam Darnold.
Okay.
Going into this year,
I know, but I'm saying he had Sam Darnold last year.
Bro, Justin Jefferson, quarterback never mattered to him.
No, not at all.
nah.
Quarterback has never mattered to Justin
What you
Jefferson.
Did he
mean?
have
now?
1,800 yards with Kirk?
Bro, Justin Jefferson's been in the league for 5 years. He eclipsed 1,400, 1,600, 1,800, 1K. 1K because he played. He missed half the season.
From Kirk to Sam,
Bro, let me see.
he missed half the season last year. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. One of them years he missed half a season.
He played 10 games.
Oh, shout out to him.
Well,
Well,
7 games missed. Already tested Kate.
he's definitely 2. Wow, Florida State LSU gets very ugly.
I'm not gonna lie. So I mean, here we go. We got
4 spots left, bro.
I'm on rise 6. I'm willing to go. Nah, I'm not gonna put him up here yet, but I do think he deserves to go on this list.
Who?
We'll get there.
Don't tell me he in the NFC South.
I got two. I got two names. I got 2 names. I got 2 names that I haven't heard that I'm like.
Name one of them, person.
I think Nico Collins going here somewhere.
When healthy, Nico is a
I'm okay with
baller.
that.
I'm good with
Collins
Nico.
goes in here somewhere, and
If that's the case, so does Stephon Diggs.
no,
What?
Who he signed to?
Stephon Diggs is towards ACL.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Scary.
Hey, no,
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah,
because we were talking. If we were talking about injuries in context, is if the person that get injured is fine, but if their quarterback got injured and had a down year, they still good.
What? Like who?
what does that change about the receiver?
Yeah.
We got Tyreek Hill at number 3 from
Bro, that's
having he
that's
didn't break
Tyreek Hill.
he didn't break 1,000 yards last year.
Bro, Tua is hurt.
He didn't break 1,000 last year.
Tua had played like 11 games.
He didn't break 1,000 last year.
I can agree with that.
Do you
I'm
know how many
good.
people broke
I can-
1,000?
Bro, we talking Tyreek Hill. We talking a top 10 receiver all time. What are we chatting about?
No, what I'm saying is if context based on what happened last season doesn't truly affect a list, doesn't truly affect him from being off the list, how is Stephon Diggs not a top 10 receiver? There's not 10 that you're taking over him. I don't care, injury or not.
Nah, it definitely could be. I think.
Let's finish the list.
What number we at right now, Brando?
I like the Nico though.
We at 7.
Yeah, I'm good with Nico. Is Nico 8 or 7?
Huh?
He'll be 7 for now.
Nico is
Okay.
7. Terry McLaurin. That's where we
Scary Terry. I'm good with putting Scary Terry up there.
Cause you know what I mean? Like what we chatting about?
I ain't lying to y'all. I've been nice about this. I'll say neighbors. I'm putting Brian Thomas on this list. Brian Thomas.
Brian Thomas up there?
Yes. He had 87 catches.
For like 15, 13. Yeah, no. I think one of them.
And then we want to talk about Tariq couldn't get 1,000 yards with a backup. Who the fuck was throwing him the ball?
Mac Jones.
Exactly.
Trevor Lawrence and Mac Jones.
So Trevor Lawrence, yeah. But yeah, give me Brian Thomas Jr., bro.
Over Malik Neighbors.
I would put Neighbors at 10.
Wow.
If I put him on the list, I'm putting him over Malik Neighbors. Yes.
So Mike Evans is not a top 10 receiver.
And that's why I'm just about to cut off the mic. I'm about to cut off my
Like
stuff.
I'm saying he asked, am I putting him over Malik Neighbors? Like he's going above Malik Neighbors. Brian Thomas Jr. is going above Malik Neighbors.
Mike Evans, man. Mike Evans, bro. He's just
1,000.
He's so consistent.
He had
but
to sweat for that 1,000 though, and he played all year.
It's like Dave Vincent.
He missed like 3-4 games. My fault. But he had to sweat for the 1K.
Off of the strip, he missed 3-4 games. You just said it. And his whole team was injured. He was the only option, just like you said. No, you just said it. The whole team was injured for the Buccaneers. It was him and Baker. And
I think Drake London has passed Mike Evans.
Yeah, and congratulations, you just went viral.
Drake London is better than Mike Evans today, respectfully, bro.
Yeah, say it again so you can go viral again. Say it one more time so we can go ahead and quit our day jobs.
Bro, that's real talk, bro. It's real talk, bro. Mike Evans, he's a great X receiver, but Drake London is that as well, and Drake London gets busy in the slot too.
Ding, 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 ding. Congratulations. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is your first time. If this is your first time meeting us, this is I said, hey, yo, I'm 7 Bill, the most sensible guy here. And you have glasses, who's apparently drunk, and that's okay, man. But I'm not.
I get it.
I didn't say that, and I don't associate with that, and this will not incriminate me in court.
I get it. No, I get it, Brando. I get it.
This is defamation.
I finally get it, Brando. You're trying to be good. You're already good in Dallas. You're trying to be good in Atlanta too. That's what it's for. He's trying to pull up, get some wings for free. Can I get 10 piece lemon pepper hot, please? That's on us, man.
Bro, there's no way Mike Evans is not top 10 in the league right now.
It is, bro. It is, bro. And we just proved it. Mike Evans, bro, and this is just a testament to the career he's had as well. He's just like he's consistent. It's just not enough.
But to be fair, he had 13 touchdowns. I'm putting him in the top 10. Put him at 10. or 9 if you want to put
Stupid.
Brian Thomas.
Yeah,
If you want to put Brian Thomas at 10, him at 9, cool. But he's on the list.
Who had 13 touchdowns?
I'm tripping. Scary Terry had 13. Mike Evans had 11. Mike Evans had 11.
I'm not saying that Malik Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors is top 10. I ain't gonna lie to you. I seen him do some crazy stuff with the quarter. The New York Giants don't even have a quarterback on their roster. They just got their quarterback. Actually, they just got their quarterback, and he still had on paper a very productive season. He was what, 5th in yards?
7th.
Missed a couple games because of concussion as well. Malik Neighbors is top 10.
Yeah, more yards than Tariq Hill, but you still put Tariq Hill at 3.
Bro, Tariq Hill. Come on, what we doing?
Mike Evans is Mike Evans.
What we doing? And I just told you though, Mike Evans at his peak is nothing crazy.
Who is Mike Evans' best quarterback of his career?
Jameis Winston with 30 for 30, like the song.
No, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady
on the years where they had the most receiver help they've ever had in Tampa Bay.
What?
You said what?
Godwin, Gronk, Antonio Brown. Like, what are we talking about? And he still cracked 1,000. Like, he's been most consistent no matter who's been there, no matter what coach has been there, no matter what quarterback's been there, what other receivers been there. This last year, every other receiver went down but Mike Evans. They started signing undrafted free agents. Bucky Irvin. Like, they went through like a 3 running back rotation. He still cracked 1,000 and he didn't play every game. Like, we're talking about like a different guy here, bro. So for him to not be top 10, to me, it's just egregious. Now, who do you pull out of the top 10?
Shit. Do you pull out Tariq Hill?
I don't know.
No.
But according to best,
Mike Evans, we talking about cracking 1,000. Mike Evans was 23rd in yards this year. If we talking numbers,
point to me where Tariq Hill was. Keep scrolling. I'll wait.
That's not the point. But that's not my point. That is not my point.
But also, we just looking at yards. We also forgetting another part of his game. He gonna get them touchdowns too.
Who?
You missing the 11 touchdowns he had.
I want to say had what?
He had 11.
He had 45 more yards than Tariq Hill.
Tariq Hill had how many touchdowns?
6.
Get the freak. Go somewhere with that, bro. I'm not saying
no. So y'all go ahead and y'all say Tyreek Hill is not a top 10 wide receiver.
I didn't say that.
That's what
all I'm saying is you still managed to put him at number 3, given the context of their season. Bro, the context of Mike Evans, he still got 1,000 yards, and he has the second longest streak behind Jerry Rice.
What does that matter going into this season? I just told you, bro. Mike Evans at his peak, bro. He's always been a really good football wide receiver. On the grand scale of wide receivers, he's always been a really good wide receiver. He hasn't been elite. He hasn't been spectacular.
Tyreek Hill, he's never been top 10?
Huh?
You saying he's never been top 10?
Yeah, but that's not saying much.
How? He's been the same receiver.
Him being top 10 is like Big Ben being a top 5 quarterback in the league.
At one point.
So why we don't have him at top 10 right now? What has changed? So then he has the same stats from his stats has not changed.
He could say the wide receivers have gotten better.
He's older, and like I said, bro, that 1K was very sweaty. It was very sweaty.
He missed 3 games. You just said it. Did you not say he missed 3 or 4 games?
Devontae Adams missed 3 games, got more yards than him.
Devontae Adams got whatever he wanted last year. I'm not hearing that.
What number did we put Devontae Adams at?
Missed 4 games, got more yards than him. So I don't know what you're saying. Nico Collins missed 5 games and got more yards than him.
You said who?
Nico Collins missed 5 games and got more yards than him.
CJ Stroud. I'm not hearing that.
Baker Mayfield, a top 5 quarterback. We just said Baker
Mayfield's the top. We never said that on this podcast.
No.
We never said that on this podcast.
We said he was a top 5. There has been weeks where Baker Mayfield was a top 5 quarterback last season. Don't do that.
He had a top 5 gear. He had a top 5 gear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks to who? Mike Evans.
No, bro. Cut it out.
What?
No.
Who else did he have? Everybody
No.
else was injured.
Baker Mayfield went on a stretch without Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Don't do that.
It was only 3-4 games.
Do that.
It was only 3-4 games. That's what I'm saying.
That's a lot in the NFL.
Why?
That's a lot in the NFL.
All I'm saying is, bro, it's funny how like you can't tell a story of Tampa Bay without Mike Evans in the last 12 years.
Oh my gosh.
You can't.
Like, I'm saying, like, he's been really good. Quite frankly, Mike Evans is like the Big Ben of receivers. Big Ben, yeah, he was a top 5 quarterback, but he was never elite. He was never the best quarterback in the league. Mike Evans can say the same thing. He's been consistent, but he's never been elite. He's never been top 5 best player, best receiver in the league.
But you said you said it is so much. You said it to so much of having Drake London, taking Drake London over Mike Evans.
Going into week 1 of next season, yes. Mike Evans is not 32.
Okay.
Wah, wah, wah.
London had Kirko Picks throwing him the ball last year. What we chatting about?
Wah, wah, wah.
Huh?
You like Drake London over Mike Evans? Going in this year with Michael Penix, you like Drake London over Mike Evans?
Yes.
You know what? Let's end this debate.
But neither one of them are on this top 10 list.
Let's end this debate. Brando, you give me your top 10 list by yourself. Let me hear.
My top 10.
Yep.
Who would you change based off of our 10?
No. Preston, Preston.
That's a shorter question.
No, Preston. No, name your top 10 from 1 to 10.
Who would he
No,
change?
1 to 10. Just name yours 1 to 10.
Just top 10 or in order?
Yep, just top 10 in order.
Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins, CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, Amon-Ra, Terry McLaurin, Tyreek Hill, and then the last 2, I had Malik Neighbors.
Oh, this nigga.
I don't want to put both of them, but yeah, Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas.
Okay, hey Preston, that's wild because we had AJ Brown at number 3, and this man by himself made us put Tyreek Hill at 3. That's wild. Preston, what's your top 10?
No, you just said top 10, no order.
I literally said put it in order.
Oh, I didn't hear that. My fault. I didn't do it in order.
That's fair. I don't. I literally just said 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I think Mike Evans is a top 10 receiver, but who do you take off the list? I don't
know. It's hard.
The only people that you can switch him with is going into next year.
Who signed in New York as a quarterback?
Jameis Winston.
About to have a career high.
Gonna have an Eli here.
It's not fair to the rookie to say Brian Thomas.
Brian Thomas played with
Bro. And he gets Trevor Lawrence back.
Lawrence and Mac Jones. Malik Neighbors played with what? Drew Lock.
We don't know. We don't know what Amon-Ra's going to do next year. We don't.
But we still trust him because he plays in the slot. It's easy for you to get off.
So no Cooper Kupp. No Cooper Kupp.
No.
Some people think Puka and Devontae is the number 1 duo in the league, but anyway.
Give me a better duo.
The Super Bowl winning duo. What?
Nah.
T. Higgins, Jamar Chase?
What?
You just said name better duos.
Better receiver duo.
Yeah, I just named 2 off rip.
I'll give you the Bengals, but the Eagles is a stretch.
Shut up. You're just a Cowboys fan that hates the Eagles. That's all it is.
Puka go crazy. Let's not forget, Puka just had a legendary rookie season. He just was injured last year.
Yeah.
Let's not forget.
Puka was tough.
And Devontae Adams is still Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams is Devontae Adams, but now that he has 2 receivers again, Puka is not.
I take Devontae Adams over Mike Evans going into week 1. I ain't gonna hold.
I'm okay. I'm good with that. I respect it. I can respect that. That I can respect.
I don't
respect
know.
that.
If we talking 30-0 receivers.
With all due respect, it all depends on who Matthew Stafford decides to make the league leading receiver.
No, bro.
Exactly.
It is. He plays
Yeah.
favorites.
He played with Puka and Cooper, and they both
And where was Cooper at last year?
he played with both of them, and they both averaged over 70 yards a game. Like, I'm not hearing that.
Did anyone touch a
do
Ken?
you see when he put the bar?
They average. They both average.
They both average over 70 yards a game.
How many receivers y'all think putting up 70 yards in a game?
I'm saying 70 yards a game is not. You saying Mike Evans is not going to do that? You think Mike Evans is not going to do that going into next year? That's what I'm hearing. That's what you're telling me. Mike Evans can't give me 70 yards a game.
That's not what I said.
So how can Devontae Adams be any better than the Cooper and Puka thing?
Hey, Preston,
how much more better do you think he's going to get?
Not Preston, but Brando. I'm looking at yards average in the game.
Cooper Cup was hurt. Cooper.
No, I understand, bro. I'm just saying, bro. We're like, we've seen Matthew Stafford over his career. Injuries have played a part. So being that they're both healthy, we might see something different. But normally Matthew Stafford likes to pick a receiver and stick to it.
Bro, don't matter if they get triple.
If he decides to pick Devontae, that's on him. And depending on how many times Devontae says he's about to lose his freaking life.
Because Puka Nakua was second in yards per game last year. And that's what I'm saying. And that's why receiver 2, coming off of the legendary rookie season he had, I'm taking Puka Nakua over Devontae Smith.
I don't think Puka's wide receiver 2.
Oh, you think Devontae Adams wide receiver 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking Devontae Adams over Devontae Smith. So
my argument wasn't that. When I stepped in, it was the Devontae Adams over Mike Evans going into next year.
Yes.
I think based on what you saw last year with Devontae Adams, bro.
Because
bro, he complained until he was on Pat McAfee show, bro. I don't want to hear that, bro.
Bro, because you're going off of this whole, you're giving Mike Evans the push because of the longevity he had. But it's like, bro, cool. He's been consistently good. Devontae Adams peaked higher than him. Tariq Hill's peaked higher than him. A lot of receivers have peaked higher than Mike Evans.
This isn't an all-time list, though.
You're the one who's going off of 10 years of
no,
1,000 yards. You literally brought it up.
Last year, I literally said, if we were talking about context of the injury, Mike Evans was by himself on the receiving corps at one point. And he still put 1,000 yards. There was nobody else to guard in Tampa Bay. Can you name me another wide receiver other than Chris Godwin in Tampa Bay right now?
Yeah, Burrios.
Doritos.
Yeah,
Burrios.
Bury that.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Burrios, bury that. Birria tacos. You said Birria tacos, the only other receiver that Baker Mayfield was going through. Birria tacos, facts.
Bro, what we chatting about, bro? We after wide receiver 3, like, what are we really talking about?
What I am saying is, what Mike Evans did last year, missing a few games, was still very impressive. Top 10 year going into next year.
That's cool. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a stretch, but somebody that will crack this list will be JSN. Don't worry about it.
Who's their quarterback again?
Sam Darnold.
We'll see.
JSN gonna crack the list.
No.
He will.
No. I guess you think dude and for New Orleans gonna make it too, huh? They both gonna crack the list.
Bro, depending on where Stephon Diggs shows up, bro, he's back on the list again.
If he come back healthy.
Exactly, bro. He's a little.
That's the only reason I want to put him, because it's hard. It's hard to be his type of receiver.
Let's say he end up in Dallas.
And I done seen the workout videos. They don't look promising. You might need to spend a little time on that board.
Oh, he might need to do the Odell, sit out an extra year.
Yeah, you might need to. I mean, he got plenty of time in the offseason, though. I'm just saying, at his age, coming off of an injury that's significant, it is questions.
I'm certain his ACL is fine.
All right.
No.
Facts.
I'm just saying, bro.
How much weight is it holding up?
He's not moving around. He is not moving around like his ACL is.
Bro.
Yeah, he's holding up a lot of weight.
Nah, bro.
What, bro?
Bro.
Bro, I was just saying, bro. He outside, bro. So if he don't come back next year, questionable.
Okay.
Hey man, same man. Anthony Davis coming back.
Okay.
Huh?
Wasn't he put on the G League roster for the sake of the penalty to waive the penalties or something like that?
Nah, man. Dallas is tied with Phoenix for the 10 seed. So he coming back, I guess, for a playoff push.
Yeah.
Is this
Is
smart?
Ky-
Is this like a desperate move by them, or should they just shut that down?
is Kyrie getting that? Who is the running back for the Rams? Akins, Akers.
Cam Akers,
When he tore his Achilles in the beginning of the year, came back.
6 months.
Is he getting like a super surgery or something like that? And Kyrie coming back?
Mm-mm.
Oh, then I don't. What's the point of him playing?
I mean, he played one game. He probably just anxious. I don't know. He only played one game in his new city. He don't want to get to sitting around in Dallas too much.
Uh,
Got to stay occupied.
the Dallas GM looks like the dumbest idiot in America right now. And there's a few of them.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard being the dumbest GM in his own city.
Yeah, it is. That might be the dumbest move in sports I've seen in a long time.
Dumb and dumber.
That's the second dumbest move behind drafting Mitchell Trubisky at number 2 overall in the NFL in my lifetime. I'm not even joking. I would because you want to know why? I won't forget where I was when those decisions were. I remember where I was when Mitchell Trubisky got drafted. Needless to say, let's not go down that path because it'll be a black hole. Andy Davis coming back, you know what I'm saying? It'd be valiant effort, you know what I mean? But if they make the play in, it'd be a miracle. They suck.
They might make it, bro. Phoenix is just as bad. Phoenix kind of picking it up. They've knocking off some teams. They even beat Cleveland. Cleveland about to smoke that 1 seed. They was up. They was ahead 8 games. Now it's down to what, 4, 5?
5.
They better tighten up, bro.
That's a big jump though.
I mean it is, but they're 6-4 in their last 10 games, 1-4 in their last 5. And they're losing to teams they shouldn't be losing to. Kay Cunningham, they sneaking up on Milwaukee. Houston looks like they're trying to run away with the 2 seed in the West. LA folding, but Bronny is coming along. That's a good asset for the Lakers going into the playoffs. Nah.
Oh, I didn't mute myself. Yeah. Nah, all jokes aside, man. Bronny next year is going to be a very valuable piece of the bench for sure. Um, I don't know how much he'll help in the playoffs because he's pretty deep in the rotation. The only team that I feel like cannot get let off the hook going into this playoffs, bro, that you just named, is the Milwaukee Bucks, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody's letting them fly under the radar underwhelmingly. Nobody talks about them because every time Stephen A gets about to get slapped by LeBron James, he just talks about Bronny for the next 2 weeks. Like, bro, nobody wants to address Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard. Nobody wants to discuss that. But if they do not make it to the conference finals, it will be a bust.
Whoa.
A bus. Blow it up.
You don't have to blow
Conference
it up.
finals with the Celtics and Cavs in that.
They have more stardom and more playoff experience than the Cavs. They should be.
Yeah, that is fit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Experience matters so much in the NBA, unless you got 3 future MVPs on the team. Experience matters when it comes to the NBA, bro.
Yeah. I want to say Dame has made it to the West Conference Finals more than once. Giannis is a Finals MVP.
I thought he only made it once.
Yeah,
the Blazers.
Yeah, man. If that, Steph Curry always said his.
When he made it to the finals, was it
But I mean, nonetheless, though, that's a very spicy take. I mean, I agree. I think they do deserve more expectations. The Bucks, like you said, this is a championship team. Eh.
That's what they created it for.
Um, high stardom, arguably the best player in the East. They have the best player in the East. Uh,
Look at Eric, bro. Eric is sick, man. Eric be
What are you
sick.
talking about? No, all just aside, I'm watching UNC versus West Virginia.
got the best player in the East, and probably two top 5 players in the East.
I'm okay with him saying Antetokounmpo is the best player in the East. I have no problem
Yeah,
with that.
I do agree that Milwaukee do need more expectations. He's kind of
But
Giannis has got the luxury of winning and flying under the radar.
but person, you want to know why I'm okay with him saying that?
Why is that?
Smelt it, dealt it, felt it. Go ahead, Preston. Celtics at 5. Because it doesn't matter, bro. Give me Celtics at 5. It don't give a damn.
Celtics, if seed in the stands, Celtics would be playing Detroit. They got to worry about Cade.
Yeah, that's cool. They got what, 4 defenders that they'll send his way. If one's having a bad game against him, send the other one. Send the other one. Send the other one. I like teams that play defense and can score.
So you think OKC and Boston gonna go to the finals then?
Because the OKC play defense.
But
It's like the thing with OKC is also what I said is most important. Experience is also most important too.
What does it take to get experience? Because they've been to the playoffs. What does experience mean to y'all?
I think experience is like getting to your conference finals first. Like there's levels to it.
Not only do they have experience, but they are coming off of a letdown.
Yeah.
A disappointment.
Talk about last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being the 1 seed, losing to the Mavericks, losing to PJ Washington.
What was that? Second round? First round?
Second round.
Second round. Yeah.
So this
I think
is
it's
quote unquote has a chip on their shoulder, and they're once again dominating the conference.
And Houston's at 2.
I think it's just a moment thing because like boom, Jason Tatum, right?
Yeah.
Second year in the league, I want to say he dunked on LeBron James Game 6.
Was that his first? Was he rookie?
It might have been it might have been his first year, but when your floor is the Eastern Conference Finals, you got some years to to hash it out. When you fall short to the Heat in the bubble, you got some years to hash it out. You make it to the finals and you lose to Steph Curry. You got a year to hash it out. But at some point, it comes a time where you got to get the job done, and they eventually got the job done. Luka Doncic, the first memory I will never forget. I will never forget who was there. I will never forget where I was. I will never forget.
I remember
where I was.
I can't forget.
Doncic called the screen, switched on, and Paul George tried to guard that step back, and he had no shot. And Luka Doncic clutched in the bubble. It's moments like that in the playoffs where it's like, yeah, he's ready. It's moments like that where I want to say they played the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals and they fell short.
Who? Luka?
22.
I thought Luka only went to the Western Conference first one time.
Yeah, last year was his first time.
Yeah, that was his first. Yeah.
Hey, I mean LeBron has been falling short. Yikes.
We know that.
There's moments in the playoffs though. Shea hasn't had a moment in the playoffs yet.
How we feel about that? Because like we were saying about Jason Tatum, we were saying it's about that time. Next year is his time, ain't it? With that 27.
Nah, because Shea took a while to break out.
What? I don't think that matters when what we're talking about, though.
Yes, it does.
So wow, this was wrong with this generation, man. Everything gotta be instant.
Yes, it does.
Everything got to be instant with y'all.
Because Jason Tatum came in the league third year, averaging 20, 23.
You said his third year averaging 23?
Who did Shea?
So did Shea. Shea had 23 his third year.
In Minnesota?
No, okay. Wait, what? He was never in Minnesota.
In Oklahoma?
Yeah,
He
24 and
averaged-
6.
Yeah.
So what year is Shea on right now?
1, 2,
Seven.
3, 4. Yeah, I'm telling you, he's in that. Bro, he's older than y'all be seeing, bro.
He's in year
He's
7.
in that window that I'm talking about.
He went to the playoffs with the Clippers.
He went from 10 to 19 to 23, 24, 31, 30, 32. He's in that window. After next year, if he don't touch the conference finals, whatever smoke y'all have for Jason Tatum, you rightfully so, you got to give it a shake. And having his team number one, so we can't blame his team.
No, absolutely. Back-to-back 1 seeds. Not only is the 1 seed, I think they're the number 1 team. They're the number 1 team in the league.
Right now, yeah.
They're the number 1 team in the league. They have the highest point per game differential. Expectations need to be set on them as well. Like they are comfortably above the whole West in terms of games. They are 13 and a half games ahead of second place. So yeah, expectations. This is now back-to-back 1 seed. They need to see a conference finals. And we talk about Shea having this could be his MVP year. So yeah, they have expectations this year. I remember.
I mean,
That boy first playoff series, he had to play KD and Curry, you know.
Yeah, that don't count.
You said that don't count.
No.
Well, he led that sorry Clippers team against them. So we talking about experience. This is rookie Shea.
No, I'm saying that's not count. I'm saying like that don't.
No, y'all keep saying this experience word, and I'm like, what is experience? Because, like I said, rookie year.
Was that not a sweep though?
No, 6 games. No, he ain't lead them.
I say, wasn't Lou Will and Pat Bev on that team?
Yeah, Lou Will.
6 man.
Yeah, but Lou Will was their leading scorer off the bench. So did he really lead that team?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know.
Speaking of Lou Will, Brandon Jennings, Ty Lawson, Jeff Teague, they getting real spicy. How y'all feel about those 4 point guards?
Wait, name
Drew Holiday. I don't know why Brandon Jennings called out Drew Holiday. But
name the 4 point guards again.
Brandon Jennings, Jeff Teague, Ty Lawson, and Lou Williams. Brandon Jennings said he'll bust all of them.
No, because first off, again, me being a Tar Heel fan, someone got a national championship, and he was the fastest man with a basketball we seen until
Westbrook.
Yes, hands down, the quickest, fastest. I don't think Brandon what Brandon Jennings had. His first game, he had what 40? Something crazy. Yeah, something crazy. I mean, other than that, what is he?
You saying he peaked his first game in the league? That's crazy.
No, facts. I mean, let's call it what it was. Y'all ever use him in 2K?
No. He dropped 55 his 7th game in the league.
7th game. Okay, my bad.
But he didn't see 40 outside of that.
I fought with Ty Lawson before him. Jeff Teague was an all-star with Atlanta.
The champion.
Who was and then technically a champion. Who was the 4th one? I'm keep missing.
Lou Williams.
Come on, man. He got his own wings, and come on, Atlanta, bro. Like, come on, man. Brandon Jennings ain't doing that. He still talk about high school.
Yeah, I think
he played pro.
I think all three of the players he mentioned had better careers than him.
Yeah, like if you still talk about high school and you play pro, I mean, I think that kind of tells you how you're.
What was that joint? I think somebody sent me that. I think Pete sent me that joint.
He did.
Can't have, I have a new sympathy because even NBA players stuck in high school.
Yeah.
Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What the happened to you?
Yeah, so if he brings up high school more than he brings up NBA, that kind of shows you like
Nah, and another thing on top of that, if we talking careers, it's not a debate. I want to say he an All Star,
No,
no, never.
so he's the only one that wasn't an All Star.
I don't
Ty
think
Lawson was an All Star.
I lost it.
Oh, Ty Lawson's in the conversation,
Yeah,
so that's why it's a conversation.
Nah, don't do Ty Lawson like that.
I'm not
nah, Ty
doing,
Lawson better.
bro.
What we
I'm not
talking-
saying that Ty Lawson wasn't better than him in his career. I'm just saying like you're talking about like Ty Lawson is the bridge to bringing those other guys in.
Huh?
Because
To
how
bring
else do
who
you
in?
get that conversation? How do you get a conversation with Drew Holiday and Brandon Jennings? How else do you get a conversation with Lou Williams and Brandon Jennings? How else do
They're
you
in
get a
the same draft class, were they not?
conversation? Drew Holiday, probably Drew Holiday,
And Ty
but
Lawson.
Drew Holiday. Oh, that makes sense. Drew Holiday and Brandon Jennings don't have the same. Like they're not the same conversation.
Yeah,
They're
no,
just
no.
not.
He needs to Drew Holiday actually is still hooping in the NBA. He needs to
Yeah.
he needs to leave
Right.
him out of that.
Competing for a third championship. Like, what are we talking about? Lou Williams. I mean, I've never heard nobody make a song about Brandon Jennings.
6 man, like I'm Lou Will, like I'm Lou Will.
That's not a debate. Jeff Teague, All Star, not a
Champion.
debate. And a champion. Facts.
And his podcast better than yours.
And his pocket's deeper than yours in his business.
And let's say they do run that 1-on-1, bro. Outside of Ty Lawson, which I haven't seen him on the internet in years. Bro, Brandon Jennings is like the smallest guy.
That's why I said, have you ever used Brandon Jennings in an NBA game?
I'm saying Ty Lawson is small, but Ty Lawson hasn't even.
Ty Lawson
is stocky and fast.
Ty Lawson is stalky.
Ty Lawson, he hooped at 195.
But I'm saying, has Ty Lawson even responded?
Yes.
So that's why Ty Lawson got brought up. He was like, bro, you keep bringing up the 55 your high school game in high school. He's like, bro. So yeah, Ty Lawson, he said something. Now I don't know what Ty Lawson's up to, but like Jeff T said, bro, you 165, bro.
Soaking wet.
I'm a grown man,
He's
bro. That's
soaking
what
wet.
he said. He said, I'm a grown man. It would get nasty.
Bro, I'm telling you, in NBA in 2K, when Brandon Jennings got in the game, this is what you see running around, playing, shooting the ball, a little stick.
Yeah, bro. And Lou Williams is not no
Bum.
Lou Williams might be
Yes,
close
he
to
is.
his frame, but Lou Williams is Lou Williams. Like
Yeah.
6 man, like I'm Lou Will.
He might be the greatest 6 man of all time.
Better than Jamal Crawford.
Between him and Jamal Crawford.
Yeah. Hands down.
How do you choose which one is the better one? Because
I think you just pick them all and let them
they
figure it
both
out.
have 3-time. They're both 3-time $6 million a year. Jamal Crawford did drop 50 at what, the age of 38.
Didn't Lou Williams drop 50 against the Warriors with KD and Steph?
Yeah, talk about it.
Yeah, Lou Williams is actually like a great basketball player.
No cap. No
Like,
cap.
I don't know how he got in this conversation, but shout out to him.
Yeah, they're both crazy. But yeah, I just think it's funny, bro. Brandon Jennings.
And Ty Lawson's a better point guard than him.
Yeah, Ty Lawson's probably the best point guard out of all.
And and we can say Drew Holiday is a great defender.
Like, there's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing we say Brandon Jennings is great at. Talking about high school. There we go. All right. Give him a dub in the column.
He was the man, homie. What the happened?
I mean, it just goes to show, bro, that pride of life is a real sin. It's a real issue, bro. Like, I don't know how I can earn millions in the NBA and argue how much better I was in high school.
No cap.
At
that point,
you know what I mean? Like, maybe, you know what I'm saying? I can't say it because I ain't in his shoes, but bro, I don't see that. Like, I don't see it.
Yeah, that's kind of wicked. But
That's like me saying I was the coolest in middle school or whatever. Like, who cares?
all right, round, bro.
Middle school don't matter.
He's finna go crazy, bro. Round, Brando.
Oh,
That man Precious said $1 in a dream, bro. Cut it, bro.
Nah.
Eric, that's foul.
Bro.
Nah, Eric, that's foul. That's really foul.
Eric want to play today.
You really want to play?
That's all I got. So if it's about that cream, then I'm all up in the spot. Got $1 in the dream. I got $1 in the dream, man. That's round, bro. Hopefully them boys, roll the ball out on the court. I think that'd be good ball. But I know Jeff Teague still hoops. He's in the big three. Brandon Jennings, bro, it looked like he just rolls backwards and eats chips. So I don't know how. And Ty Lawson, I don't know what he's up to, but Lou Will said he's ready. I think that'd be good ball. We can get that in the off season, like the women's did the Unrivaled tournament. We might can get some, I don't know, 30 and over hoops, whatever. But we call around on that, man.
That'll be fire.
It's March, man. You see y'all on 109.